All right.
Protesting an organization
Right.
is different than protesting or singling out a person.
Singling out a person, right?
You can't really protest people, you know, because when you do that, you get into the stalking and harassment statute.
Okay.
An organization, a building, an entity, yes.
Right.
An individual person that's an usher, no.
Okay.
You can't say, Usher, I hate you because you work here. Usher, and I can tell you I hate you because I'm protesting. You can't do that.
Okay.
So that's what they're trying to determine, whether or not you have a problem with the establishment of the Church of Scientology, or you have a problem with the individual.
Well, no, I actually like the people here. I mean, she comes close, but I still like her. I know she means well. But no, I talk to everyone that comes and goes. She's the executive director.
You understand how liking someone can turn to hating someone very quickly.
Well,
Love
I
can
hear
turn
you.
to hate very quickly. So
I hear you.
just because you like someone or had previously liked someone doesn't mean that they can still like you.
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know how far they're going to push it, because the officers there are taking her, and she's fearing for her personal safety.
She's fearing for her personal safety? Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
when you do that, then it's overstepping your bounds of what you're trying, your message.
Right.
I understand she may be a person of influence within this building, but I'm sure she does not run the Church of Scientology.
No, just this branch.
Well, even if she does, Scientology was not her idea. I'm sure it was thought of before her.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so
Yep.
she is not, like, she's not the golden, the silver bullet.
Right.
Take her out, and that's it for Scientology. So she does have certain rights,
Sure.
as a person.
And as far as I know, I'm not violating those by being on a public sidewalk and just talking, because I don't follow her. I don't stick a camera in her face.
Well, it depends on if you single people out, though. It can't.
But when you say single them out, you mean call them by name?
Yeah.
Because I call everyone by name. I know these guys. They're my friends. I worked with them
Well,
for a
I'm
while.
just explaining to you what the implications can be.
Right? Okay.
It doesn't matter to me, but if a judge thinks that, yeah, I think that's it's overstepping his bounds.
Okay.
Well, we always tape our interactions with them, and we never say anything that can be misconstrued.
Okay, well, but then they can say, well, that tape was edited.
We provide the unedited.
Well, and it may come to that if you want to, if that's what you're shooting for. Is
Well, I'm certainly not shooting for it.
Well,
But if they drag me in, then they're going to have a hell of a case to try to defend.
Officer, and I'm not asking you guys to take sides. You got to do your job. You
Right,
got to be
right.
impartial. Only I can tell you is they've called, since I've been hanging out with this guy, they called the police almost every time I've been here.
And I've been here several times. And I think Brian can
and I
tell
just
you
got a
he's
feeling
seen
no
this.
matter what we do, like I'll give you an idea. He got, and I know this is kind of slightly off topic. He got what's called an SP declare.
Stands for suppressive person, which basically means you're an
They have
enemy.
their own little court system, and it basically says that he has been.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
It's like including murder, and all this stuff, and stalking people, and casting doubts on Scientology. He is a major criminal in their eyes.
Okay.
And they want him to go away so bad that they'll twist anything we do into a police report.
And that may be the case, but as long as you have everything in your X's,
Have what?
all your T's crossed and your
Right.
I's dotted.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I've seen him before.
Damn, he is right. He was right the whole.
Right.
And it made me look at things different.
Right.
Okay, so.
Well, it's just, when you get somebody like that and they're telling you something happened to them, and they're standing out a building.
Right.
Now, I can't claim it happened because it didn't happen
Right,
to me.
it didn't happen to me.
But if somebody is
But if
hanging
it's
out a
happening-
building and they're saying it, they're dedicated to it, man, you kind of got to listen.
Right,
It's like
So,
person's out screaming for help.
Hey, know you, Brian?
Yeah, I'm Brian.
so
How you doing? I'm
that's what
Officer
I'm
Bob.
hearing.
My bad, my bad.
I don't know if you know why we're here.
I do. He
Wow.
was telling me. Kim
Okay.
Bellotti said I was. Well, he didn't say Kim Bellotti. I know it was Kim Bellotti, but she said I was stalking her. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I disagree, just for the record. But,
Okay, and you have every right to do that.
Right.
Okay, you have every right to do that, okay?
Yep.
But I'm going to tell you the police department position from this point.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
We are in the process of putting a report on file.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And this situation is going to be presented to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And from that point on, it's going to be determined up to them what could and should happen to you.
Okay.
Okay? I don't know both sides of the story.
Sure, I know.
Okay?
Yep.
I don't know both. I only know what she told me.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
Only thing I can say, you have certain rights as a citizen.
Right.
All right?
Yep.
You have certain rights as a citizen. But if you're doing anything to personally put her in any type of fear,
Right.
or make her feel uneasy, I'm going to tell you at this point, the best thing you can do is stop.
Right. I won't stop though, but I appreciate
Okay,
the advice.
that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
But like I said, from our from the police department's position, this matter is going to be referred to U.S. Attorney's.
Very good.
And there's a possibility that there's going to be an arrest.
They can bring it.
No,
you know
I'm
what?
just
Because if they get me to court, I'll tell you, they'll have one heck of a case to try to defend. Everything's on tape, and
Okay.
I welcome it.
All
So
right.
I appreciate your time and effort.
Yeah, yeah. She's in the process of getting the stay-away order.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
At some point, you should be aware of it. They probably mail it to you, or however I don't know their procedures as far as you being notified.
Okay.
If you are served, abide by it.
I'll serve to what?
I say if you are served a stay-away order, abide by it.
Oh, abide by it.
Abide by it.
Well, I can challenge it, of course, right?
Yeah, you have rights.
Yeah, you can challenge it,
right.
but in the meantime, and in
Abide
between
by
time,
Okay.
you have to abide by it, because if you violate it,
Without
you're automatically getting locked up.
Very good.
Automatically.
I appreciate you telling me that. I didn't know that.
Hearing that you
Okay.
And it'll say, give you for instance, you can't be but so many feet away from her house, job, or whatever. If it's 500 feet, you can't be out here.
Gotcha.
You follow what I'm saying?
I do. Yep.
You know, so all you have to do is just step on the sidewalk here. It's a done deal.
And not
Gotcha.
the group,
Okay.
not your organization,
Right.
but
Right.
you personally. is what
Right.
we're talking about.
And then just a quick question. I don't know if you know the answer or not, but she's going to try to get this, whatever the order is that you're talking about. Do I have a say in it? She just can't go, give me this order, right? Before it even gets issued, like, they have to hear my side, right? But I mean, they have to hear my side before they issue it, right? They can't just take her word for it. Okay.
I actually think she can go and file for one, but then you have a certain time
To like challenge, right? Okay. Very
You
good.
have to be there for the
Well,
initial
see,
filing.
this is our position. Like I
Right.
said, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
We don't know anything. We're just doing our job.
Sure. You're doing
All
good.
thing I can say is from just a diplomatic perspective, certain things can be dealt with appropriately.
Yeah. I believe that we're doing
How
that,
we
but-
deal with things and how people deal with things are different.
Right.
You know, because, you know, some things don't have to be what they are.
You're not going out saying anything derogatory to her. You're being polite. No, hear me.
Oh, sorry.
You're being polite, genuine. Hey, how you doing? This, that, the other. But it's how they see it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
And if there's any type of fear, you follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then they can call and they'll say, well, look, I really feel uneasy, uncomfortable.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
Don't care how nice you might be saying, well, hey, how you doing? But you're out here, you know, she gets off of work. If you're out here, you know, she's going to a car. She can have that fear. And that's her right as a person to have that fear. Even though you're not saying nothing threatening, but just your presence alone,
Right.
and maybe the way that y'all left or whatever,
Right.
she could be in fear.
Let me
And
just
as
say
long as she's in fear,
Yep.
she has that right to do the certain things.
And let me
Yes,
just
she does.
Let me just say one other thing. She could also be lying about having the fear too.
That's true.
Well, but you know what? That's we have to articulate that based on us interviewing her,
Right.
which we just did.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
She seemed genuinely frightened, did she?
Well, I'm not going to disclose that information.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yep.
But that's part of my investigation.
Sure.
Okay. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I believe I have an extremely strong case. So,
Okay.
no, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if they do want to, you know, go to the next level,
It's
then I'm
not
willing.
they. It's her.
Her. Okay, sorry.
It's her. It's not they. It's her.
Well, she has. Well, anyway, I hear what you're saying.
We're all adults. Right. How we deal with things, I mean, we can deal with them on a diplomatic level and be adults about it and take the proper course of action as far as how we want to intervene or whatever we need to do.
Right.
But sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we don't. So, you know, people pick and choose how they want to deal with things. You know, so some people want to do a tit for tat. You got to ask yourself the big picture, is it worth it?
Right.
You have to ask yourself, what are you getting out of it? Certain things fuel people's fire.
We surely do.
So you got to pick your poison,
Very good advice.
you know? I mean, we all adults, you know? We all adults, you know? So like I said, I can't take nobody's side over another. Like I said, I
I
can't,
hear you.
you know what
No,
I mean? So,
you're being great at being neutral. I
you know,
appreciate it.
Exactly, so. All right?
All right.
Thank you
Thanks so
very
much.
Okay.
It's a lot of cops in a short amount of time for Scientology. Rex Fowler, OT7, sits in jail awaiting trial for shooting a man in the face. Scientology did not work for him.